We get a lot of questions, guys, regarding hotkeys. We're going to try and answer some of those today in this video. It is imperative, if you are an active trader and going to be in the market on a daily basis, that you not only understand which keys are which when you are trading, but there's certain hotkeys, guys, that we really want to focus on and make sure that we have embedded in our minds when we're trading the Apples and the Teslas and the Microsofts of the world. Let's get into some hotkey talk.
Yeah, let's do it, because let's be real. Like, you got to be able to execute if you want to make money in trading, and so execution is king. First things first, if you want shares right away, and I mean like in that split second, whether it's I need to cover my position, or I just need to get in right now on a breakout, or I need to buy into a position. And I'm going to talk about market keys and marketable limit orders, right? Like, this is your way to get into a stock right away. So we jump right into a level 2. I'm going to pull up Crocs because it's not moving as much, so it's easier to talk about what I want here. If you send a market order and I want to buy Crocs, that is bidding to infinity. And yeah, that's one thing that you can set up. Okay, if you want 1,000 shares, it's going to scoop up all these hundreds and probably give you something around 75, 70, going all the way up the ask. Now, I prefer a marketable limit key and always have one of those set up. And the only difference is you are going to be bidding something aggressive. You want it to route to multiple gateways that's out there, but it's just your ability to cross that spread, set up you set it to 75, say 80, and there's a price that it will not go past. I don't like market keys because you're bidding to infinity, you're selling to zero, and in a vacuum, that can be a little bit dangerous. So I would rather have something where you are crossing, can access multiple gateways, and that way you are removing liquidity from the market rather quickly, but there's always a price you don't want to pay. You can use those for stop orders, for breakouts. I think they're incredibly effective for both. And the other thing you can always do is consider having these set up in a way that you can quickly have an offset. So on a particular stock, it automatically crosses that best bidder ask by, say, 10 or 20 cents, whatever your preference might be. Or you can just set that up manually. But it's an important key to have. I favor it over the market key, which everyone is usually familiar with, but that marketable limit order, and make sure it routes to multiple gateways.
And I wish I just hit a marketable key on GGPI here, as that just ripped up. That's for sure. Polestar making some money moves right now. This is what my keyboard looks like right now. So it's pretty wild here. A lot of different order types to go through here, but none more important than this key right here. It's called a stop limit. So it's a stop. So basically, like you think, it's a actionable order type based on a price, right? And you might know them as conditional orders, limit orders, stops, things like that. So for me, I just hit it, and I hit it all the time. And when I do that, you could probably see here, maybe full screen and get my face off there. But yeah, there it is. Thanks, guys. It just brings up this stop last price. So like right now, if I was short GGPI right now and I want to get out at 13, I would just type in here 1301, and then I hit a buy key and I say buy it for me like at 1310, and then you can see whatever the default is, 1,000 shares, whatever comes out, and then that would be how much I'm willing to buy of GGPI at this certain price. I need to know 100% where my stop orders are, because if I'm going to short something just like this into 13, and I think it's a good idea, it's kind of going a little parabolic here, a nice move up. There's no possible way that I can trade this name without having these conditional orders in. You can also do it to break long. So if I want this to go long, I'm not in a position right now. So watch, I hit the key, it just pops up, and then I start to fill this out. If we break through 1301, buy me some shares at 1305. You tab it over, you go whatever, 500 shares, 5,000 shares, 1 share, whatever your limit is, you do that, and then boom to the upside. So my favorite hotkey, Brendan, and I don't trade without it, period. Every single trade that I get into, unless it's just one of those like Neal was saying, a quick scalp, or where you mark it in and then mark it out just because it's going that crazy, I always have set up my number one hotkey would be a stop key. So you might know them as conditional orders, but that's what I use it as, a stop key, which gives me a specific price. When that hits, then do this. So it's like an if-then key.
So not one, but two must-haves, guys: a marketable limit order and your stop. Always protect your position. Before we do anything else, before it even starts to make you money, we have to make sure we're protected. Use a marketable limit order. Use your stop orders.